In terms of covering ground, just to make sure we're talking to the right people in the first place, I think that I would say it sort of boils down to two things. One is that, I mentioned we're really thesis driven, but that actually means something for us in terms of every 3 to 6 months, each of our teamlets, our thematic areas, are doing proactive work, to really establish what are the opportunities that are most exciting to us right now. And it's driven by what's happening, macroeconomically, what are the technology trends, any number of factors that might, socioeconomic, societal trends. I mean, all of these things kind of play into the thinking. And we kind of go through this pretty rigorous, both tops down and bottoms up process to establish what those are. I think when you're doing that, you come in much more informed about a space. And so it's easier to have the conviction because you're being methodical about, talking to as many people in a particular area as you can. And it means that a lot of the investments we make are proactive, like they're proactively sourced by us. And so that's one part of it. I think the other part, again, to sort of making sure we're always kind of talking to the right people and, covering fintech in of itself, obviously, as you know, Miguel, is a huge area. I mean, you could argue whether it really is one area. But I think that this applies across the board. Like, I find it's really simple, but I'm fortunate to have a lot of really impressive friends and contacts in the industry. And I think one of the things that some of us forget to do, and I try to remind myself, is every time I talk to somebody, I ask them, who's the most interesting person that's building something right now, right? It's simple, but you'd be surprised by how often that won't come up if you don't ask the question. And when you do, like the caliber of responses you get can be really off the charts. And so those are the two, of course, there are many other strategies. I have a lot of great co-investor friends like yourself. And they are great sources too. But I think that kind of really is the crux of it is those two things.